Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.
Hello and welcome back to the StarLadder minor qualifiers for the CIS region. We have got ourselves the second map of the third best of three today, actually. I was just trying to think of which one it was, but we are the third best of three of today. It's going to be Winstrike taking on Se7en. This is going to be a very interesting one because we just had Dust 2 play out as the first map, and that was actually a super close series. Ended up ending in overtime with Winstrike getting off to a very slow start, but now we're on to their map pick. Winstrike should be feeling a little bit more confident after the win there on Dust 2, and they want to make a statement coming into this. Obviously, having a brand new roster, having Edward added to the ranks, and obviously seeing World Edit go, and they've got a Lion into the roster as well. So looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us here on Overpass. They've picked this map, so hopefully they have some preparation on it. They're going to be on that CT side, so given that they win the pistol here, then they should be off to a pretty good start, and they can really start to win themselves a big lead in. So let's see if that is the case. They haven't really got a whole lot of info to go off just yet, but eventually they will once they see the utility and a multitude of players running through Monster. There's going to be the rotation coming through to B immediately, but no kills yet found for either team. So the bomb will get planted, and Kvik and Norbert have just given up the site, run towards short and gone through Monster, but luckily for them, Se7en is down, and that will be a double kill for HP. Smiley gets one as well. Winter and Lack, they're going to be getting the frags, and it could actually be a teammate here. It was actually HP. One of his kills is stolen away from Smiley. He did get the assist, but Lack will make sure that they don't get the teammates. And in fact, every single player on Se7en stays alive, and that is a very good performance indeed. They'll be pretty happy with that. Winstrike don't get a single kill going into the pistol, and that's not a good start whatsoever from them. They're going to go in with a force buy, though. It's going to be the CZs. A scout and play for Elian. And Se7en have decided to go with a Mac 10, AKs on 3 players, and a Galil on HP. Let's see what they have in store for us here. There's going to be plenty of utility. They have to give this buy the respect that it deserves, though, that Winstrike have brought to it, because they have got the individuals that can pull it off with those CZs. So way back on over, it's a Lion who looks down the barrel of the scope in towards the playground, and there's the kill. Smiley is going to be finished off and start to make their way away. That'll be the man advantage for the CT side immediately picked up. And while HP is still fighting, he's going to be doing a little bit of damage, and the line is going to fall. It's going to be into the 4v4. Scout picked up again here by Bondik. They're going to be looking for another kill with that, I'm sure, as Edward is going to be the man that's picked it up. He's actually been playing pretty well with the scoped weapons, I have to say. The AWP picked up on Dust 2, which was definitely not something we're used to seeing as Edward Olping, but he did a stellar job at it. I believe he was the top franger for Winstrike in the last map as well, so interesting stuff there. Edward Pratt's another side to him. I'm sure playing at the top level for so long, though, you're probably just getting used to it. And if you come and play against these teams, you just feel you opened up a little bit, a couple of mistakes being made. But that's actually a shot landed by Edward through the toilet wall. That's nuts. Well, now they're going to be pushing on in. Edward's going to have to try and stand tall. He has been mauled down to 26 HP. He is finished off by the kill of Kinder. And look at this. Bondik bits and plays it perfectly. 2 kills on the CZ. Elsewhere, Kvik gets 1. And Bondik arrives to the party from long. 2 kills on that CZ. And that is perfect. Just hiding away, baiting his teammate properly there. And that is now 1-1. There's always the question about baiting, whether or not it's a bad thing or a good thing. And obviously, if you do it negatively, it is a bad thing. But if you bait someone effectively, and then definitely it is a good thing. Or can be a good thing. As long as you get the wrong win, that's all that matters. And we'll be 7 here on the Deagles. The Kevlar is there. They have been upset by that buy. That wasn't exactly amazing. You know, they had a scout and a couple of CZs. But pays off, and Se7en are going to have to try and do the same with the Deagles here. They are going to start it off with a kill on the Edward. Looking for another one as well, but the trade is there from Kvik. AK will get it done, and another one might just come as well because it's out of the connector. The door has been swung open. Closed again, and Se7en starting to make their way back up towards the A bomb site. A line holds the angle inside of the toilets. All players could come in towards his position. He would deal with them rather well, I'm sure. And if not, they have Bondic there to really source the info and perhaps even get the trade if things were to go south. This is the chance for the Winstrike side to build up some runs, perhaps. If they can get this one over the line, this line can be very pesky against the Eagles, because look at this. Man advantage for the T side. They're going to have to rotate on in. Kvik and Norbert need to pull this one off. And look at Se7en. They realize, well, keep going towards A. They might actually rotate, so we'll decide to slow the play a little bit further. We'll see what we got. Winter's actually already inside of water, so we can go back in towards the B bomb site. And currently sitting there is Norbert. He's only got an MP9. I don't think he'll be able to deal with 3 players like this, or at least he shouldn't be able to, but luckily that Kvik is not coming on in. That might actually assist him in this, and it's going to be Norbert with the first kill, Kvik with the second, and on the last man standing falls as well. Winstrike, it was a very close one, but luckily Kvik is able to step up and get that one. Flashbang is going to go over the top towards short. If anybody was playing aggressive, they would be flashbanged off the angle. He goes over the top as well. Doing too much here though. At this point, Winstrike just needs to sit back at the site. Don't give anything up. Don't let any mistakes happen. Well, Lion, he will hold off towards long. There's going to be a Lion picking up the kill onto Kinder. And the man advantage will be on the CT side. The Lion will look down the barrel towards long to see what he can find. But Edward is going to be here on the Deagle. He'll hide in the corner. And he's going to be the Deagle trying to get it done as Winter. He's going to be relatively under pressure. And there it is. Edward does take the kill. And HP is going to be in that 1v5. Again, a slow approach here from Se7en, but finally it is dealt with by Winstrike. They were just waiting for mistakes to be made by the Winstrike side, but Se7en didn't get any of those mistakes coming their way, unfortunately. So an easy clean up there in the end for it. It's going to be HP taking that kill early towards short. Man advantage picked up for the T side. Se7en, they haven't looked out of this. You know, they haven't been outclassed completely. They've always fought early in these runs and definitely have a chance here. You know, you can kind of tell based off an eye test as soon as you go into a game whether or not it's going to be a strong showing, but I think Winstrike, it's not going to be an easy one for them. They've had to fight for the last one, and they're probably going to have to fight for this one as well. It's going to be Norbert taking away 7 for HP. Because he's still, his name is so short, I always end up calling him by his team tag. Off of a reaction, but Flash is going to go in towards Monster. Edward able to drop Lack. That'll be into a 3v4, man advantage on that CT side. Rotations need to come on in. Bondik's going to get the info as they come on in towards the A bomb site. Kinder's going to be held off, and good kill from Bondik, and now Alliance come into play, and there's another headshot. Edward finishes off the job, and it's 4-1. Winstrike, they do win that one convincingly, that's for sure. Bondik is going to be sitting back inside the toilets. What is this tournament? This tournament is the StarLadder Minor Closed Qualifiers. There goes Edward, able to take away 2. There's the spray. Can he get another one? Probably not. He's finished off by the deagle of Kinder. And so it will be a 3v3. 1 minute left on the clock. And so now the man advantage is somehow with the weaker buy. Se7en still have the chance walking into this. They're going to be on the spot. There's going to be Kvik peeking out to the left. There's the kill on the HP. Now 2v2. 40 seconds left. The bomb. It's going to be making its way back on over towards the B bomb site. Currently a player sitting there, and that is, of course, Norbert. Winter's going to find his head, though. And now it's all on a Kvik to try and pull off the 1v2 clutch. Somehow Se7en have just wiggled their way around this map and actually ended up coming out on top so far. They've got the advantage. Quick has to come back in and find the kills. One close, that's Winter. Back into the 1v1. An overextensive peek, and now they know exactly where Kvik is, though. And so Kinder can just sit towards Monster. Kvik needs to clear all these angles. He's only got the kit. He has no utility. Very quick indeed to clear through that. Eventually will spot the head of Kinder, but the angle's held. Does damage. So unfortunate not to be able to pick that one up. And Kinder will find it. Se7en end up winning around off the back of a crazy pistol run. Again, this game is going to be a very close one, I think, here on Overpass. I don't think it's going to be a clear-cut win for either side. Flashbang goes in towards Monster. It's going to be Kvik who just sits here. He'll spam away and get Winter. Black is there for the kill onto Kvik, and now it's into a 4v3. Make it a 3v3 now as Kinder is able to get Norbert. Flashbang goes over the wall. There's a shot from Alliance. Smiley, he's going to fall, hit the deck. And that's on the HP and Kinder. It's going to be rather difficult for them to hold on to this one on the T side, especially since Alliance is hungry for this kill towards Connector. Surely he's able to collect this. As he looks at the angle, there's a fast shot, and that's a kill. All on the HP as he tries to run back into a 1v3. Point HP. What can he hope to do? Edward just holding, waiting for him to walk into his crosshair. He is relatively close to Edward at this point. He's going to walk into the crosshair. Edward has fallen, and it's into a 1v2. 24 seconds, taps the bomb, looks for Bonding, gets that as well. And now it's into a 1v1 up against Alliance. This would be incredible if HP can pull this off. Se7en are definitely in this first half. As Winstrike move in, it's going to be the AWP looking for it. And Alliance will win the clutch in the end, but a valiant attempt there from HP. I really thought he was about to pull that one off, but Alliance comes in clutch, wins the round off the back of a triple kill, and it'll be another round on the board for Winstrike. This is starting to be a pretty scary situation for Se7en's money, though. They're going to be in a bit of a scary position on quite a few players. So, currently 5-2 here. Line on the AWP. Definitely a scary prospect, and they couldn't quite get it done in the clutch. Find themselves on a very famished buy, I have to say. It's going to be the AKs, but, you know, it's not exactly great on the utility side of things. They've got Galil to play as well. It's not looking good for the start of things. It's Norbert and Edward. They do get 2 kills. Smiley able to answer back as Edward comes in again. It's on to Smiley and Winter. Left into a 2v4, and Edward keeps on going. It's another kill for him, but Smiley tries to strike back into this. Yeah, he's got himself a kill, and now Smiley is on his own. Finished off by Bondik, and he will hit the floor. It is going to be 6-2. Winstrike are in the lead by 4. Run number 9 coming on up. It is going to be 7. The scout in the hands of Alak. The Deagles across the board as well. Bounces across the floor. Se7en are going to have themselves quite a bit of control here inside of the toilets. You have 2 players sitting a bit more passive on the CT side. Winstrike. Oh no! Alliance been spotted, and Lack has got that kill. A good headshot to come through, but Bondig will double up. He'll answer back twice. Now looks towards Long because he wants another, and Edward off camera has got himself one. Oh no! Bondig flicks it back and still gets the kill on a Smiley. Edward finishes it off, and the old guard keep going here on Winstrike. Oh, this is nuts. Winstrike, that was beautiful there between Bondig and Edward. Just holding off the A offense, and it's going to be 7-2 now. Winstrike, this is starting to get a little bit more dominant. Well, there goes Kinder taking away a line. That's the man advantage. Gone though, as Kvik is there to trade right back. At this point, Norbert is just waiting for the T's talking to his crosshair. Bondig again, doing a stellar job at holding towards Lawn this time. Traded back by Smiley, but I feel like the advantage is about to go in favour of the CTs again, as Norbert just holds off for HP. He will pick him up, and now the man advantage is there with the CT side. They're going to have to go back up towards the top of the ladder and try and recover that bomb. It's going to be sitting there on the floor where Winter will collect. And we'll be into a man advantage for the CT side. 30 seconds left at this point. Winstrike still hold the advantage, but Se7en are going to have to try and find a way to get that back, to try and get in towards a bomb site. They lean towards the B side of the map, and that's where multiple players will be heading. Here goes Norbert. Can he step up? Once he is left, there's the headshot. That's the bomb. Looking back for the second. Can't quite connect it, but there's no time. Absolutely no time to win this. And so it will be a round win on the board again for Winstrike. And, oh, he's going for it, but Edward still got him. There's no time, in my opinion, to get the bomb there, to get it back down on time without the CT arriving to the party. And he does actually manage to get across safely, which was actually quite surprising there. I was expecting him probably just to back off and save. He seemed a bit reluctant to go from short over towards the site, so... Nice attempt, but it's still 8-2. Half one already by Winstrike, but of course, it's not over yet. They want a little bit more than that. You cannot allow Se7en to get back into this. Want to dominate as much as possible, and Bondik, he's done a stellar job yet again. Opening things up this time on a Kinder with the AUG. Lion looks back towards middle, and there's the pickup on the HP. 3v5. Advantage over on the Winstrike side. Doubled to 2. And we'll be Lack holding this long angle with a scout trying to find some sort of opening. He's done damage on the both Edward and Lion, but Bondik is holding strong inside of the toilets. He doesn't want anyone to come out of the toilet. At least alive. And as Bondik is just going to sit here. Spam through the toilets as Lack and Winter left alone, blocked inside the middle as they try to come on through. And will be Bondik here with the AUG. Starts to spam away, and Winter's fine. The bomb will hit the floor. And now Lack is stuck inside the toilet. So there's absolutely no way he pulls this one off. I think this one's just mainly been a good setup from Winstrike. So good kill from Lack. AK picked up. Give him a gun game at this point. He's got himself a second. Can he pull off the rest though? That's a third kill for Lack, so perhaps there is a chance. 12 HP, 25 seconds on the clock. Still looking unlikely, but he still has a chance. He'll move back into the bomb site. A Lion holds just in behind the default box, but the bomb has been picked up. Spam comes through. He knows exactly where he's playing from. Surely he has an idea. A Lion hears the shots. 10 seconds. One bullet would do it, and there it is. Peaks with a P250. It's 9-2, but he made it that close. He was at a 1v5, and he brought it into a 1 versus 2. Not bad at all. 9-2 here on the board for Winstrike. Again, scoreline looks great, but it's not exactly being the most one-sided of affairs. It's been very close indeed. Topping the scoreboard this time again is the all guard of Bondik and Edward. 12 kills on Bondik, 11 on Edward. What a great performance it is from them. As they start to move on in, it's going to be the Molotov burning away the tunnel. And they start to move through. It is going to be Kvik on short. He's going to start to try and run back in towards the B-bomb site. But it's HP to drop him. So early kill here for Se7en. Perhaps a chance. Well, Se7en is going to find that. It's going to be HP dropping Edward, and they're extending their advantage, but Norbert's there for a quick trade. It's not enough just yet. It's still 4v3. Se7en have that favor towards them. Emil Molotov going in towards the water pit. 50 seconds. There's a headshot from Winter onto a Lion. There's going to be a 2-man advantage here on Se7en yet again as they need to move in towards the A bomb site. This is much better from them. They actually stand a chance now. They're building up a little bit of a scoreline on their T side of fair. And they'll need to get that bomb planted. I think Bondik and Norbert have realized it's probably not the easiest of retakes, and they might consider saving their weapons themselves because, again, like I've said, it's not been the most convincing game. It's not been a one-sided affair from Winstrike. It's definitely been close, and because of that, you can see that their economy is relatively low. So if they are to lose these two weapons, they probably won't get a buy into the next round. So see what they bring into the next one. Kvik's definitely going to be struggling. Norbert won't be if he gets to save all this stuff over, so able to drop over some weaponry. As Kinder taking away a kill. That will be Norbert on the double. Flashbang goes down just to prevent them from hunting him. And they will carry over their weapons. That is going to be the rifles on over. AWP picked up, thrown on over to Kvik. And that'll be thrown into the hands of Alliant. AK-47s, AUGs in play as well. Edward has the M4A4. And it's Se7en here with the AWP on Smiley. AK-47s there as well. And we'll see what they can get done into this. Start to send their troops off towards B. And it is going to be Alliant looking for that early pick, although he won't find anything. He'll have to fall back inside of the toilets. He'll look back in towards middle for a player to come his way. But again, Se7en have played this a little bit slower on their approach, not straight away running in towards middle. They want to make sure that they have taken towards long. They've peeked towards that angle. They've had the flash around the corner. Once they realize it is there, they can maybe start the challenge and think about taking control of mid. The problem is the line's going to be here, so it's going to be difficult for them to actually pull that off realistically. And smoke goes down. Winter's actually made his way through connector, getting so much information off of this. Realizes that in middle might be a bit easier to take after they have control of connector. Give be an extra prong to the approach, but a minute left on the clock. Se7en just taking their time, biding their time as they move through, making sure everything is in place and everything they want is ready. 50 seconds. Can they realistically pull off here? Se7en, they've got plenty of utility. Map is their oyster. It has to be a hold from Winstrike. They have to get these kills. Eventually they will have to commit to a bomb site. The bomb's all the way back towards spawn. They've got to find these kills here quickly. A line has fallen. That's first blood drawn. There's 30 seconds on the clock. No answer by Bondik. Oh, Edward, he has to step up. He's got one. Kvik able to get the other, but Bondik has to go huge, and there it is. Bondik nearly loses the battle, but he does win it in the end. And now Smiley inside of the Molotov trying to get across, but it is going to be Bondik on the other end of the half wall, just waiting here. Waiting for a mistake to be made, but 10 seconds. The bomb's coming in from long. Bondik could be the one to stop this, as no one is expecting this. Bondik denies the bomb, and that is it. The round is over. All they need to do is hide, and they kill him for extra insult. It's Smiley hitting the deck. The AWP's carried over, and it's double figures for Winstrike. That is perfect from Bondik. Well, Kvik has got himself the kill on Select. It's going to be into a 4v5. Man advantage there for Winstrike. They need this one as well. A Lion pulls the AWP down for the kill onto Kinder. And it'll be a two-man advantage for the CT side to start things off in round number 14. They are looking for their 11th round already. The money would start to dwindle here on the T side if they end up losing this one. And that ends up being a very scary prospect, as Bondik is just going to sit here. There's the kill on the Smiley. HP and Winter left in a 2v5. 50 seconds left. The cavalry start their approach. As they start to come in towards the bomb site, HP will be holding it off. And we'll look for a headshot or two. HP will fall. Winter now left into a 1v5. It's not going to be the case for him here. He's going to have to try and run away back towards Monster. Flash around the corner. Norbert peeks into it. Might just get this kill as well. Winter. Oh, so awkward. So many players peeking him at once, and Edward's the man to take it. 11-3. This is starting to look a little scary for Se7en. This scoreline is starting to look somewhat dominant from Winstrike. Definitely different to what we seen on Dust 2, where it was a very quite the opposite actually. It was 11-4 half for Se7en, and that was a very scary time for Winstrike, I'm sure. But they managed to pull it back. They won it in overtime. And now they've got an 11-4 half confirmed at minimum here on Overpass for themselves. So the Lions. Oh, what a shot from a Lion! The flick comes in the second as well. That is a great shot from a Lion, actually. Kinder will get one up as well. Winter with one, so it's a 3v3. Even after a Lion's great work, 2 players still fall. Bondic, who's been such a stellar holder of the A bomb site, is actually gone from this. So it falls a little bit more on towards Edward and Kavik to hold on to the A bomb site now. They've left one player over towards B, that is Norbert. Pretty sure he can do a fine job on his own. He is a great player. But there's a minute left on this clock. It's a shot from Winter. Edward finished off. Se7en look to try and pull it off here. They want to get 4 at this half. And we've seen already, 11-4 is a scoreline you can come back from for sure. It's not a scoreline where you're down and out completely. Yes, it's not great, but with a pistol win, you can find yourself right back into a game. Norbert and Kavik, 2v3. 2 of the 3 players are extremely low. Kinder and Lack. Kinder is currently on 12 HP, 34 on Lack. And Winter, he's not on 100 HP himself, 77. So the advantage in terms of health here with Winstrike, but to be able to pull it off, it doesn't really matter because Winter still picks up the kill all low now. Norbert has to pull off the 1v3 though, and that's going to be so difficult. The A bomb site has been taken, the bomb will get planted, and Norbert has to come in from behind. He has to retake versus 3 players. Winter, he's had an excellent round this time. 3 kills under his name. He looks for the quad kill, and there it is to end the half. 4 kills for 4 rounds, and that's 7. With a chance moving into the second half. If they find the pistol, they 100% can start this second half off well. It's important as well that they get this pistol win. If not, Winstrike should be in the driver's seat until the very end. Is Se7en. They are on the CT side. It is the more favoured side here on Overpass. And this is the map pick of Winstrikes. They should have something prepared on their T side, at least a little something. Already a default, couple of executes under the belt, even after being a brand new team. Se7en will send some aggression towards middle to source some information. They will see a couple of players there and decide not to take the fight, instead fall away. Edward is going to be here inside of the connector, gets one on the Glock, another one from Norbert and Bondic. Edward gets one before falling, but it's a 4v2. And Winstrike have done the initial damage, they've done the initial fights and they've won them, so things are looking really solid right now for the T side. And HP and Winter are going to have to try and find a way back into this one, and it's not going to be easy. And will be Bondic setting on to the B bomb site, looks over the top of the wall, tries to do a little bit of damage on the crossing players, but a bomb will get planted. And now it's a 4v2 retake. HP have got a kit, so he does, so he can actually end up getting back in towards this bomb site. They've still got a little bit of time to play with because of that kit. It gives them an extra 5 seconds, so Winter, let's see if they can do it. Winter just had a great run, but Norbert's got a kill onto him, and it will be HP on his own. Finished off by Norbert. A great pistol from him, 3 kills. If I remember back as well, he did a great job in the pistol. It turned things around for Winstrike on Dust 2. So, definitely an impactful player. They'll be happy to have him in the roster. And it's going to be 12-4. Only 4 rounds away here, Winstrike, from taking the series. Bomb has been picked up. Winstrike will start to turn their attentions to perhaps closing this series out, because there's only 4 rounds left to try and get that done. Se7en are going to need a hell of a lot more just to even make this game slightly competitive. They have come into it with a force buy, so Winstrike need to be careful of this. Because their buy isn't that great either, right? You know, they've got a 5-7 here on the line. They've decided to go on the multiple 8Ks. Whilst the Winstrike troops bringing themselves back over towards B. There's currently 3 players sitting there inside of the site. And this is where it needs to happen. This is when the kills need to come through. As it's Kinder with a frag, Winter with a grenade kill as well. It's a man advantage for the CT side, and Edward is 2 HP. This could end up being the upset round that allows Se7en back into the second half. As they start to come on through, Kvik needs to find a kill quickly here. He's on top of someone's head. There's the kill. He looks below and finds Lack. Can he get another one? Yes, he can. He falls, but Edward's only 2 HP, so he's gone as well. It's all on a line. A 1v2 clutch. They come back into the bomb site. Alliance picked that one up. Now he just needs one more. He's back towards Monster. HP smokes off the cross. He wants to tap the bomb. It's the fake. A Lion holds the angle. AK comes in, and it is the 1v2 clutch for a Lion. It looked like Se7en had done enough, but a Lion pulls it out. It's Winstrike on 13, 3 away from ending this series. Multiple players starting to come on in towards short. They won't start to run through. Edward's got the Mac 10. He'll spam away and get Lack. Looks to the left as Norbert picking that one up. Smiley able to get one on the USP. And HP there with a P250. So there's still a 3v3. Oh, I thought there was a chance there. Kvik luckily reacts quick enough on the Smiley, who had picked up a 5-7 and was looking hungry for that kill. But oh, quick. This is perfect. Spinning around again. This guy is absolutely nuts. He'll pick up the kill on the Kinder and fall away. It's all on to Se7en. HP, as his name is. He's currently on 40 HP though. His name is just HP. Well, it's actually technically his name is HPP, right? So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do here into the 1 versus 3. Probably not a whole lot. I think the save call is the main goal here, and it will end up being a round win for Winstrike, 14-4, only 2 away here, ladies and gentlemen, from ending this game. This would be quite the statement from them. You know, the first map was definitely shaky, but the second map seems to be a lot more dominant indeed from Winstrike. I think in these first sort of days in the closed qualifiers, you generally see, you know, the higher seeds play against the lower seeds. You're generally going to see a lot of like one-sided affairs, and we've definitely seen that come through today in a couple of games, but you know, when you take a look at some of the games that should have been 2-0s, for instance, our first best of 3 of the day with Spirit, you know, that looked as though Spirit should be a team that take that 2-0. They take it 2-1 eventually, but it was a choke on the first map. They end up losing that one. They come back, win the second 16-10, and they win the final map at 16-14. So, you know, there is chances here for these bigger names to sometimes lose to the weaker names. And I thought that would have been the case there for Winstrike for a second on Dust 2, but luckily they come back and win in overtime. Now they're only 2 rounds away from taking the series here as well. Really the last stand by here for Se7en. They have got themselves an AWP in the hands of Smiley, Augs and every single player apart from him. And it will be the utility in play. Peak is going to go in towards A long. A smoke for Monster. That will prevent Winstrike from going on through. Or in theory it should delay them, but they're going to go through anyway. Winter's going to be sitting here on the pillar. He's going to look for a kill or 2. He needs at least 1 here, I'm afraid. Doesn't get 1, that's a big problem as Bondic will take Winter away. Flashbang's good, holds him off for a little bit of a moment, but it's Lack there with a trade. At least that's something. Can he get another? You better believe he can, as that is his second into the round as Edward and Kvik though coming on through. Another one for Edward, finding Smiley awkwardly dancing in the open, trying to get across to Graffiti, but he was so incredibly shot up that it slowed him on the cross, and it will be map and series point here for Winstrike. The money is not great here on Se7en. This should be it in the bag. So coming up later on in the stream will be another game after this, as Edward has started off the affair into possibly the final round with a headshot. All 2 HP. It'll be Kinder holding inside of water. He has got that MP9, although it's Kvik to take away. Kinder finishing him off. Will be a man advantage on the T side. As Lack will set up towards heaven. He has got the AUG looking down the barrel. It's Norbert and Align take their kills. It's all on Lack. 1v4. It's not looking great here for Se7en's chances. Looks as though Winstrike have been able to pull it off here, ladies and gentlemen, in a 2-0 fashion. A hard-fought win on Dust 2, but Bondik will confirm a 16-4 victory here on Overpass. A great showing on a map they've perhaps been practicing with the new roster. What a performance that is from Kvik, 20-9. Bondik and Edward held the A bomb site strong, and Align and Norbert doing their roles perfectly. Over on the Se7en side, it was a valiant attempt on Dust 2. Very impressive indeed. There's a world in which they actually take that. I'm afraid they just couldn't quite get it over the line. And that is it for this part of the broadcast. We've got another best of 3 coming up after the short break, so make sure you stick around. You're going to be with Jay. That is me off. And thank you very much to everyone who stuck around and watched the games today. It's going to be starting in around 41 minutes. It's going to be Dream Eaters taking on Unique. See you guys later on.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.